Hello, and thank you for joining today's webinar on medical waste market opportunities in China. My name is Christopher Feather, International Trade Specialist for the U.S. Commercial Service. I work at the Central Southern New Jersey Export Assistance Center and am also a member of the Global Environmental Technologies team here at the Department of Commerce. For those unfamiliar with the U.S. Commercial Service, our mission is to support small and medium-sized companies in pursuing global opportunities. We have domestic trade specialists across the United States available for export consulting. Your local trade specialist is your gateway to connect you with our commercial service offices in the U.S. embassies and consulates in over 75 countries. Within the commercial service, our global environmental technologies team is comprised of over 200 professionals located throughout the world, and we are ready to assist U.S. environmental technology providers in exporting their products and solutions. Hear from Dr. Mark Moese from BRISEA Group. He collaborated on this presentation, U.S.-China Environmental Education Foundation. Dr. Moese, the floor is yours.
Obviously, thank you, Christopher, and thanks to everyone on the call for taking time out from your busy day to be on this webinar. As the title of my presentation suggests, I will provide a brief overview of the Chinese medical waste market. I will start by providing a brief overview of what the current waste generation trends in the are in China, highlight what happened as a result of COVID-19, and provide a few examples from Hubei province. Next, I would provide information on what types of equipment are used in China and what their current needs are. Finally, I'll provide a link to our medical waste market report that you may find informative. BRISEA was founded in 1999 based on the concept of being a bridge over the sea to assist with the transfer of environmental know-how from the U.S. to developing countries. Over the years, we have provided engineering, strategic, and management consulting services and product and company representation on the international market. We have worked with government agencies, private industrial companies, both here and in particular in China, and international funding organizations, completing over 500 projects in 20 years. So what is the current medical waste disposal market trends in waste generation? The birth of the medical waste industry began in the 1980s. At the same time, there was little or no regulation. Most medical facilities had to dispose of the waste themselves. It wasn't until the SARS outbreak of 2003 that China strengthened the regulatory management of medical waste in the country. At the same time, regulations were adopted to strengthen the management of the waste, set standards for construction of treatment facilities, and instituting a fee-based disposal system. So how much waste is produced and where? As of 2019, according to the Ministry of Ecology and Environment, approximately 843,000 tons of medical waste are generated in 196 cities in China. Shanghai leads in generating medical waste at approximately 55,713 tons, followed by Beijing with 42,800 tons, and then followed by Guangzhou, Hangzhou, and Chengdu. So what have been the market trends or the waste generation trends in China? Based on 100 cities where compulsory reporting is mandated in the 11 years from 2009 through 2019, in only the key and model cities, the amount of medical waste has increased 2.6-fold from 244,000 tons to 646,000 tons. Averaging a year-on-year increase of approximately 36,500 tons. In China, 50% of all medical waste is generated in large cities within the country. With all of China, it is estimated that 1.5 to 2.0 million tons of medical waste is generated annually. And the market size is estimated to be approximately $1.5 billion US. So what are the features of the industry itself? Currently, there are only 407 licensed medical waste disposal facilities countrywide. Medical waste industry is regional in nature, as it requires that disposal and treatment be transported short distances from the point of generation to the point of disposal and treatment. This is basically to prevent the risk of secondary pollution. Services are customized for local, based on the local disposal agency's requirements. And in 2019, in 52 key cities in China, there were 73 medical waste disposal companies involving 60 owners. Most of these companies are private enterprises and not state-owned enterprises. So what are the challenges in the industry? Since the COVID-19 pandemic, since the onset of the pandemic, China has enacted over 16 new policies dealing with the medical waste industry. In particular, they have mandated that medical waste must be disposed of on a daily basis. Waste collection must be done at each facility every 12 hours, and the treatment must be performed within 24 hours of collection. In February 2020, 10 departments, including the National Health Commission, Ministry of Environment, and National Development and Reform Commission, issued a work plan for the comprehensive treatment of medical waste institutions. This work plan strengthened the requirements for centralized disposal facilities and requires that 283 prefecture-level cities have at least one centralized medical waste disposal facility by the end of 2020. And at the county level, 2,862 cities are required to have a collection, transfer, and disposal and treatment facility in operation by June of 2022. Now, let's look what happened in Wuhan during the COVID pandemic. With the pandemic, there have been significant increases in the amount of medical waste produced. For example, in Wuhan went from 40 tons per day to 240 tons per day, a six-fold increase in medical waste generation. Overall, Hubei province increased an average of 2.7-fold, and most of China, if you take an average, increased 50% or more. So what were some of the actions taken by the government? In Hubei province, the government implemented a program for emergency medical waste treatment. They organized 46 mobile disposal pieces of equipment, 65 transfer vehicles, and more than 20,000 transfer boxes. And the local hospital was equipped with 3 incinerators and 32 mobile waste disposal units with a capacity of 49 tons per day, accounting for nearly 1/5 of Wuhan's overall capacity. It is envisioned that with the tightening of government supervision, the use of low technology equipment and small-scale disposal will be replaced in future years with advanced technology and disposal methods throughout China. What are the technical aspects, the current equipment used in China for medical waste treatment, and what are the current problems? The most common medical waste disposal methods in China are split nearly 50-50 between incineration and high-temperature steam sterilization. There are other methods used at a much smaller percentage are chemical disinfection, microwave treatment, and plasma technology. The existing problems in the industry include generally a high initial construction cost and high operating costs for these systems. In addition, most of the existing equipment has reached the stage requiring some upgrading of equipment throughout the country. In addition, China views their situation and their equipment as having a lack of innovative solutions. So there's a high demand in the market for treatment, advanced treatment technology. China is basically looking for process equipment and technology which is simple, reliable, low cost, with a good volume reduction and high efficiency in treating of the waste. They also are looking for treatment technology that is mobile and ready to assemble so that they can respond to local needs as they arise. It is our view that the best ways to enter the market are to team with a local partner or provide high quality equipment. Finally, the link that you see here is a link for a report that we have generated on the current situation of the medical waste treatment market in China that you may find informative. And lastly, I just want to thank you for your time and being here to listen to my talk.